Hello everyone, welcome to another install. We are installing today the V2 Torsion Bar. Tools required would be a 14mm wrench, a ratchet with a 14mm socket, a 19mm socket, and because we're going to be modifying the bottom spring perch, you will want a air-powered grinder or a Dremel with a carbide bit so you can remove a little bit of metal. If you don't have both, then you can use a round file. That'll help. With the car safely in the air, you're going to want to put a jack in the center of the twist beam. The reason for this is that you're going to drop it just a couple of inches and you don't want to put too much strain on the brake lines. When placing the jack in the center or a piece of wood, make sure that you leave enough room for the torsion bar to amply move around, as it can get in the way. We move on next to the bottom shocks. All you have to do is just remove the 19mm nut that's holding both sides of it. We used an impact wrench because it's a little bit faster for the video, but a ratchet will do just fine. They are heavily torqued, so you might want to have a little bit more leverage if you. With the shock nuts out, push the bolt out so the bottom shock is free. Once that's done, slowly and safely drop the twist beam. The next step is to remove the springs, allowing you to get access from the top and bottom of the spring perch. Looking at the bottom spring perch from the top, you can see there's a little bit of additional metal on the side. What we ended up doing is taking a little bit of material off that allows us to smoothly put our 3/8 bolt through that hole. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to do it in normal circumstances. With both spring perches notched and with the bolts inside, your next step is to install the torsion bar. The way you do this is basically you start from one side, you get the bolts in, and even if you only get one, make sure you just at least put a nut on it. That way you can go on the opposite side and then straighten it out, making the whole process a lot easier. With a wrench on the top and a ratchet on the bottom, we tighten down all the nuts and bolts on the torsion bar. There's no particular order. The generally accepted torque for this installation is between 18 to 24 foot-pounds. We now move to reinstalling the springs on it. It should be pretty stiff, straightforward. You start from the top and work your way to the bottom. We are now on the final step. We are reinstalling the rear shocks. So slowly jack up the rear twist beam and then align it with the bottom shock. Make sure there's a good play, there's no tight areas, and then using the bottom shock bolt, run it through the side until it can fully go through. Then install the nut, tighten it down to factory spec, and you should be good. Make sure you do this on both sides, and once that is done, you are basically complete with your install. Just double check any other areas, make sure everything's properly tightened down, and then other than lowering your vehicle, you should be good to go. If you have any other questions or concerns, we are always happy to help you guys out. Feel free to contact us. Thank you for your support, and we look forward to a few more install videos and a bunch of other cool stuff later on. Thanks for watching, and take care.